Hi, I'm Dave Committe, candidate for chairman of the Clark County Republican Central Committee. I want to talk to you about the future of our party and what we can do to make things better. We need to unite, we need to gain a voice, we need to gain a new spirit and energy as we go forward in order to achieve the success that we all want and in fact that our community needs. Our organization faces many obstacles, both internally and externally. The internal obstacles that we face, we know what they are, and soon they'll all be resolved, and I believe that we will all be together again. Externally, we have the challenges of the Democrats, their very well organized party, and the election coming up in 2022. Those are the real challenges that we face, and those are the challenges that we have to overcome. My goal is to make the CCRCC the model county party organization and the best organization that it's ever been. I know that we can do this together. And I believe that I am uniquely capable of making this happen because I've been a county party chairman and we were successful. We elected Republicans. We had the majorities and our message was communicated. Our state and more locally in our county, we've taken a turn in the direction that none of us like and that none of us want. Once we were a solid red state with Western values of individual freedoms and limited government, and those days seem long since gone. In order to change the direction, there's a lot that we have to do. And it will take all of us to do it, working together with a singular focus of victory in 2022. My goals are not just hyperbole or a dream, but they're real. And goals, to be real, they must be measurable, they must be achievable, and they must be realistic in order for them to happen. As a football coach, my job was to get my team to do things they didn't believe possible. My job as a coach was to get players to do the things that they never thought previously possible. My role as chairman of the CCRCC will be to do the same thing. The goals that I'm going to set are numerous, and it's going to take a lot of work. But I'd like to list out just some of what I am pledging to do to make our party better. First, we need to all come together. We need to all be united, and we also all must understand that we're not always going to agree on everything. Intelligent adults don't always agree. My wife and I, we don't always agree. But we can agree that the direction we've been heading as a county is not the direction that we want to go. We need to make Clark County red again. We need to elect leaders that are going to support our platform, that are going to support our basic ideals and principles of individual freedom and responsibility, of a limited government, and to ensure that the future of our community, of our county, and of our state, in fact, are headed in the right direction, not only for today, but for tomorrow. We owe this to the next generation coming up. We need to grow our membership. One of the things that have amazed me as I've been involved in the CCRCC is, number one, how many former members there are of this organization as compared to how many current members they are. And why we don't have 1,000 members is beyond me. When I was chairman of the Maricopa County Republican Party, I went into office with an organization of 1,200 members. I left with an organization of 1,800 members just 2 years later. We communicated our message. We had soldiers in the field that were working together to make sure that we elected Republicans. We need to restructure how we hold meetings. We need to take the premise that we all believe that the best government is the government closest to the people, and do the same thing with our party. We're no longer a small community. We're no longer a few 100,000 people. There's over 2 million people in Clark County, and one centralized meeting every 2 months just doesn't work. We need to bring the meetings into the communities and make the CCRCC a central committee with many branches out doing the hard work within our community. And in order to make this happen, we need to have new bylaws. We need to have bylaws that are written, that are visionary in seeing into the future on the things that we're going to need. Because we really do have a changing, not only community, everything about elections is changing. It's a bitter fight in the Congress and in our state legislatures. The way we communicate with people is changing. The things we must do in order to be successful must change as well. And we'll start with bylaws. Form a committee of independent organizations, the CIO in fact. And what that's going to be is we have this network of a couple of dozen Republican organizations around the county that are doing great work in support of our party. But we have no coordination between the actual party organization and those independent organizations. They need to stay independent organizations, but we need to invite their membership to be members of the CCRCC. And we need to communicate our message to those organizations so they can help spread it. That will infinitely increase the size of our organization and our ability to communicate the message. Yes, we need to grow our own membership, and we should be beyond 1,000 members. But all of the members that are out there in these organizations need to be included in our communication, and they can help us spread the word and help our candidates be elected. We need to form a budget. We need to have a finance committee that's going to do the things that we need to do, support financially the things that we need to do. I've been a member of the business community in Las Vegas for 20 years, and there's many others like me. And there's others that I know that we can bring in to becoming involved in the party through being involved in our finance committee and raise those funds that are needed to do the work that ensures Republicans are elected. We need to create a speakers bureau. We need to create opportunities for our party leadership and our candidates within the community outside of our own organization and the other affiliate independent organizations. We need to get to the Lions clubs, the Rotary clubs, the whomever's having a breakfast meeting or a lunch meeting, or if there's a community event or some other community organization that has speakers invited in. We need to get our folks into those organizations, invited to come speak, so we can spread our message as a party, and we can help our candidates spread their message to help them be successful. That's something that works, and it's something that's needed. And lastly, let's look at improving our communication. We have a website that doesn't seem to always work and doesn't make the information that the public needs as available as it should be. We need to use social media. We need to really have people who know how to use social media spread our word around Clark County, advise people about events, tell them about our candidates, our platform, and why so many people that may be registered as Democrats and may be registered as nonpartisans, why they're really Republicans. You know, back to being a football coach, you need to invite people to join your team. And we need to do that with the CCRCC. We have a lot to do. And everything I've talked about is possible. And everything I've talked about will help us ensure victory in 2022. We need to no longer be that blue county on the bottom of the Nevada Republican map. We need to change that blue spot to red. For more information about me and my candidacy, go to Dave Crete, 4, the number 4, ClarkCountyNV.com, and you'll find more information there. Thank you. I ask for your vote. I appreciate your support, and I look forward to working with you. God bless.